How does the U.S. define employee versus independent contractor status? In recent news, the classification of workers as employees or independent contractors is becoming a hot topic. This issue affects many individuals and businesses across the country. Just this week, the U.S. Department of Labor released new guidance that could change how workers are classified. Understanding this distinction is essential for anyone navigating the labor market today. In U.S. labor and employment law, the difference between an employee and an independent contractor is significant. This classification impacts wage laws, benefits, tax obligations, and legal protections. The Fair Labor Standards Act governs this distinction, and the U.S. Department of Labor interprets it alongside the courts. The new guidance from the U.S. Department of Labor affects how investigators classify workers under the Fair Labor Standards Act. While a new independent contractor rule is set for 2024, current enforcement relies on older factors. These factors include the degree of control the employer has over the worker and the permanence of the relationship. Another factor is the worker's investment in tools or materials. Independent contractors usually invest in their own equipment, while employees do not. The integration of the worker's services into the employer's business is also considered. If a worker's services are essential to the business, they are more likely classified as an employee. Additionally, having a non-compete agreement often indicates employee status. This agreement restricts the worker's freedom to work elsewhere. The skill level and initiative required for the job are also taken into account. Legislative efforts are underway to standardize the classification process at the federal level. The Modern Worker Empowerment Act aims to create a national standard for classifying workers as independent contractors. This act is supported by some financial advisors who value worker autonomy. However, it has faced criticism for potentially reducing workers' rights and protections. Misclassifying employees as independent contractors can lead to serious consequences for employers. This includes back pay claims, fines, and liability for benefits such as health insurance. Government agencies like the Internal Revenue Service and the Department of Labor may investigate employers suspected of misclassification. Understanding how the U.S. defines employee versus independent contractor status is vital for both workers and employers. The classification affects rights and obligations, and ongoing developments continue to shape these definitions. With recent changes and legislative efforts, staying informed is more important than ever.